Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition. My name is Eric Schwefel, and before we even get started, what I'd like you to say to yourself is, today I will make a difference. Today I will live with intention. I will be bold and I will be fearless. I will make a difference and I will live the life that I was destined to live. And when you say it, believe it. Because if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Now, what we're going to talk about today is basically blessings in disguise. Okay? Blessings in disguise. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the struggle and how difficult the struggle can be, and how sometimes you just feel like you're in the pit, that you're not going to make it out, that you're not going to be able to, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, essentially. And that can always be difficult, especially when you've been going through this for days upon weeks, sometimes even years. And the thing is there is always light at the end of the tunnel, even though you can't see it. You just have to have faith. And every single day, there are blessings that come into your life that allow you to identify and allow you to see that light at the end of the tunnel, but sometimes we don't always see them. And that's okay. That's what faith is for, right? So the story that I'd like to talk about today is of a young man who actually had a blessing. Now, we're going to make a long story short, but the thing that ended up happening is this young man met an older man who could tell that he was going through struggles, that he didn't have inner peace within him. So what this man did is he asked him to go to a chapel at a local hospital. And he didn't know what it was, but that young man, he felt a presence within this older man, and he felt like this is what was supposed to happen in life. Like, this is one of those moments where you don't say no to, where you end up following and allowing life to flow through you, where you align with the plan of God, right? So he ends up saying okay, and he goes into this chapel, and this older man, he begins to pray over him. He puts his hands on his eyes, puts his hands on the back of his head, on his neck, on his shoulders, on his chest, on his stomach. And he doesn't quite realize what's going on, how big of an event is unfolding in his life. Now, the older man looks at the younger man, and he ends up asking, he says, would you like to receive a blessing? The young man, he says, yes, of course, I would. And he feels this deep peace within himself being around this person. You know, sometimes in life you just encounter people and you feel this deep peace within you. We talked about that last time with my balance story with the man on the surfboard. I don't know what it was, but I had to talk to this guy. It was just something. It's the same situation. This young man had to talk to this older man. He doesn't know what it was. So upon asking, would you like to receive this blessing? The older man says, take off your shoes. They haven't known each other but 30 minutes. Couldn't have even been that long. And the older man, who's never met this younger man, gets down on his hands and knees and begins to bless this man's feet, the young man's feet. Takes oil and he puts the sign of the cross on this man's feet, on the underside and on the overside, and he begins to massage his feet and anoint it with oil. Now, if you realize a story in the Bible, that's how Christ used to bless his disciples, his apostles, and the people in his house. He would get down on his hands and knees. The Savior of the world, God incarnate, would get down on his hands and knees and bless these people. Then the older man came up and he put the sign of the cross on the young man. He put the sign of the cross on his forehead and then on his chest and began to pray over him, not knowing this young man for more than 30 minutes, not speaking more than 15 words to each other. And he blessed him. And he said, you are God's child. You are a blessing to this earth. You are a blessing. And the thing that ended up happening was this young man was humbled. He was absolutely positively humbled. Because here's somebody who's never met before, who's given him so much. Through this struggle, there was a blessing that was always going to take place. It's just he never realized what it was until it was absolutely shown to him. Right? Well, how many times do we struggle with that same problem? Where within our struggle, we don't realize what we're given. We are so fixated on what's going wrong that we don't see the blessings that are there for us, right? Think about that. Wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I am forever grateful and thankful that I'm alive. Say 5 things you're grateful for. It can be more than that. You don't have to limit yourself. I am so grateful and thankful that I can breathe. I am so grateful and thankful that I can see, that I can smell, that I can hear, that I can speak. I am so grateful and thankful for my house. I am so grateful and thankful for my family. I am so grateful and thankful for the ability to eat. Look, I'm feeling good myself. I am so grateful and thankful for my heart. I'm so grateful and thankful for love. I'm so grateful and thankful for life. And once you begin to be grateful and thankful, once you start expressing gratitude, everything, every single thing in life, all those struggles, all those worries, all the things that end up eating you out on the inside where you're just like, I can't stand this anymore. I've got this going on. I've got this going on. I've got this going on. I really don't know what to do. I'm dying over here. All those things fade away. There's a certain peace that you begin to find in yourself because you start focusing on the good. You start focusing on your blessings rather than on your struggles. Do you understand that? Focus on your blessings and not on your struggles. Invite that abundance in your life. Invite those blessings into your life. Because the more you focus on your blessings, the more that you're going to get. The more you focus on your struggles, the more you're going to struggle. Think about that. Put your focus where you want your reality, right? So, would you like to be more financially well off? I am so thankful and grateful for the abundance that I have, the abundance of money that I have. Would you like to feel richer? I am so thankful and grateful for everything that has been placed in my life because right here, right now, I feel phenomenal. So if you're going through a struggle right now, if you're going through something that is just tearing you up on the inside, if you've been going through it for hours, for days, for weeks, even for years, I challenge you to find 5 things that you're grateful for, and count them right when you wake up in the morning and count them right when you go to bed in the evening. And if you want a third time, if you want a third challenge, do it in the middle of the day when you're feeling that struggle. Okay? Because once you have that gratefulness, once you invite thankfulness into your life, once you invite that into your heart, there's nothing else that you want. Because you're accepting the present. You're accepting the gift that you've been given, right? Here's one more thing for you. So water, the life nutrient, right? We're made 75% of water, right? 75% of water, something like that. Without it, you would die in a matter of days, right? Because you have to stay hydrated. Well, how do you get this life-sustaining sustenance, right? You hold it like this. You hold it with open arms. And then you drink from it. You can cup it just like this if you don't actually have something to put the water into. But if you try to hold on, if you try to possess water, what ends up happening? Did you get the answer? It falls out, right? You can't hold on to water. You can't possess water. You can't possess the thing that gives you life. You have to hold it open like a gift. And that's how you drink from it. You have to hold your hands open. So count your blessings. Make a difference. Live with intention. Be bold and fearless. Make another difference, right? And live the life that you were destined to live. I love you. God loves you. You are blessed and highly favored. Have a great day and thanks for listening.